How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Remark Holdings. This play has been seeing a lot of momentum, had a strong green day on the Friday. But you know what? I'm going to let you guys know what the whisper is on the streets about this play. So apparently, Patrick Orlando, who is the CEO of DWAC, which has a close relationship with Trump, and of course is going to be bringing his platform actually public, is one of the things why this play has been getting a lot of attention. Apparently, he has close business relationships with Remark Holdings. So that's part of the reasons why he mix that in with Trump. This play has been looking really good. There's also been two other plays I'm not going to be covering on this channel, but I know you've heard about them, as far as BENE and as well as ZGYH. These are the ticker symbols and they're SPACs. I'll talk about them further inside of the final thoughts though. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what is the bullish case scenario and as well as the bearish case scenario. I want to make sure you guys are fully prepared so you have a game plan going in, because this stock is extremely volatile. And then afterwards, we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is key, because we know already, depending on how many shorts are vested in this play and by what degree, this is going to have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then afterwards, we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what the buying and the selling behavior looks like on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side for the Friday. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Remark Holdings. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $2.17, being up over 138%. On the low, it tested 88 cents, and then on the high, testing $2.45. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 198.483 million shares, and then for the average volume over 10 trading days, being at 21.439 million shares. So when you have this kind of above average volume coming through a stock, you're obviously going to be seeing strong price action like this. Now, when we take a look at the 1 year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, wow, 84.57, so easily inside of that overbought territory. And then when we take a look at what's happening with our moving averages here, we have strength above all of them, above the 21-day EMA, the 50-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 200-day. So what you want to see going into Monday, one thing that is clear, we did have some resistance at this $2.45 level. But one thing to keep in mind, as far as after hours is concerned, we ended up closing at $2.86. And also for the after hours high, it was around $3.32. So keeping that in mind, going into the open tomorrow, I wouldn't be shocked if we end up coming out at $3. And if we end up picking up momentum, we could easily get past this all-time high here, which you can see is around $4.72. So if it does decide to pull back now, you'd want to see some strength off of this 200-day here, most preferably. So what that would be around $1.92. So if you see that dip and it looks like it's stabilizing itself, then I'd want to look forward to seeing that push and then seeing where it could go from there. If it falls way below this potential level, then of course you guys already know what the downside actually looks like, and it looks fairly clear there, right? And also keep in mind, this is a catalyst driven play. This is related to the other Trump stocks. So if they're looking strong, then there's a good chance you're going to see some strength in this play. But one thing I want you also to take notice of is this level of $2.50. I feel like if we can literally hold down this area of $2.50, if we pull back, again, same thing I was talking about, if we could hold 3, we could see a strong move up. So let's see how it performs. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for Remark Media. So the dark pool short volume ratio is at 53.75%. And then for the dark pool short volume being just over 51.8 million shares. Scrolling down further, the short shares availability is at 0, updated 26 minutes ago. And then for the short ball fee rate, apparently it is not available. Now, when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of October the 21st, which was last week Thursday, it was at 48.51. And then for the close for Friday that just passed, it is now at 53.75. So one thing that is clear here, Remark does continue to have short squeeze potential written all over it. So if you are inside of this play, you can look forward to seeing some strong moves to the upside, but do know this is coming with a lot of volatility. So I want to make sure that you're prepared for that. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Remark Holdings. So we can see here on the inflow, it was 64.56, and then on the outflow, it was 66.04. When we take a look at the breakdown, you can see on the large, it was 10.00, so 10 million because it is in the millions. On the medium, it was 36.47, and then on the small, it was 18.09. When we take a look at the outflow side, you can see at the large, it was 12.35. On the medium, it was 36.65, and then on the small, it was 17.04. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for that Friday being a big time outflow of 2,347. So going further into the breakdown, you can see we had a lot more buying on the retail side, but there was a good amount of profit taking and selling as well. When we take a look at what happened on the medium though, we can see it's actually fairly close, not a big difference whatsoever. And then when we take a look at the large, again, it leaned more so to the outflow side of institutions looking to take some profits or just bigger orders overall in general. Another key stat that I want to show you guys as well is the turnover. So as far as for the turnover percentage, it was at 196.92. This is very high. So what this tells me, there's a lot of traders that are coming in and out of this play. The stock is very liquid. So if you're the person who's buying and holding, you want to make sure you're buying at good levels. You're making sure you're maximizing your entry, because the last thing you want to do is buy at the top and continue to ride the elevator. And also I want to kind of show you guys, as far as for the shares outstanding, it is at 100.8 million, and for the free float, it is at 89.56 million. So this play still has a lot more room to run. So let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Remark Holdings, here's what I'm looking for going into the open on Monday. I want to see it being able to be holding up the $3 level. I feel if it's able to do this, then of course I am looking for a strong push going into the fours, most preferable. If it decides to pull back, then I want to see some strength at the $2 level. Just my personal opinion there. Also to keep in mind, I was taking a look for their most recent earnings report. They were able to beat expectations. So it looks like there's actually a solid company behind this play, and I want to make sure, hey, keep it on your radar. And if you are looking as far as for a long-term investment, do not be buying in at the highs. You want to take advantage of those dips, but this is not financial advice. This is just something that you want to take into consideration when it comes to making your decisions. As far as the CEO, Patrick Orlando, so he does have his hands in multiple businesses. So one thing that we do know for a fact, as far as the momentum we've been seeing inside of the market, he is the one behind and being the CEO of DWAC. That's going to be help bringing Trump's platform public. Also behind BENE, and the other ticker symbol was ZGYH. And the reason why you want to keep your eye on some of these plays, a lot of them are SPACs, and with SPACs there's warrants, and the warrants are a lot cheaper than if you're going to be trading the actual stock. And also as far as halts are concerned, you don't see that when it comes to warrants. So that's something you might want to add to your homework and your due diligence. And also with SPACs, they tend to trade right around at that $10 level. So if you're looking at other plays related to this CEO, since he does have a relationship with Trump, then you want to know, hey, if it's close to that $10 price, then there's not much risk here. But with that said, there's a lot of options inside of the market when it comes to Trump sympathy plays. But it is very important for you to choose the one that is the most beneficial for you. You can't be in all of these plays at the same time. Let's be realistic here. And if you are going to do that, then just make sure you have an exit strategy as far as where you want to take profits. Because like I said, they are all extremely volatile. Me personally, myself, I rather trade DWAC, which which is the main one behind all of the momentum that we are seeing. And as far as Mark is concerned, that would be the second one that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on. I will keep the other plays on my watch list, but that's just where I'm at as far as my strategy is for now. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, this play does continue to have short squeeze potential. We see shorts have increased their positions as well. So what this means, if we have a lot of buying pressure coming into the stock, this is why I wouldn't be shocked if we see all-time highs sometime this week or even on Monday. But the momentum has to be there. If the momentum is dying down, the volume is going down, this stock will pull back. So be prepared. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's see how this play turns out, as well as the other Trump sympathy plays, and we'll be talking real soon.